I'm opposed because my tenants expect me to provide them heat and hot water and also things like a safe building. And I have many residents that have lived with me for 30, 40, 50 years, and they've kind of counted on me to be watching out for them. And this bill would prevent me from doing that in the future.
Every time we rent to a tenant, we want to make sure that they're respectful to their neighbors and appreciate and respect the home in which they live. And this bill doesn't allow us to do that. I mean, we would have to open the doors to anyone. You could have been robbing a bank, you could have robbed a grocery store, you could mug someone at knife point, you could be a child abuser, you could beat your wife or your girlfriend. We don't want those people living in our buildings.
Our main job as landlords, as board members, is to keep the people that move into our buildings safe and feel safe once they come through the doors, and they don't have to worry about their next door neighbor being, a felon, a dangerous felon. That's our main reason.
Well, we have a basic need to be safe in our own homes, and this bill would interfere with us making decisions that are very important to the people who reside in the buildings we live in.
So in this bill, it states that NYCHA does not have to comply and will still check tenants' criminal record. How do you feel about that?
It's totally unfair. Why are those residents have more protection than the residents that are living in my building? It's just not fair.
We want fairness. We should all be on the same level playing field. And NYCHA always gets a free pass with all of these laws, and we're the ones that are expected to abide by them. And what's good for us should be good for NYCHA too. So
You cannot have different laws for different people, different rules for different people. The government is not exempt from the same rules that they pass.
And my biggest question is, would these city council members decide to rent to someone without a background check for their own properties or their own home? If they are not willing to do that, they need to look at this bill and say, this is not fair or equitable for our constituents.